Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Dakota, hello. I was just thinking about you yesterday. Dennis Rolfe, hello. What you doing? Girl, Dakota's tired. He must be kicking ass on the campaign trail. Deonda, hello. What were you thinking? Uh-oh. No, no, I was just wondering how you were doing. I never worry about Deonda. I figure if it's too bad, she'll let me know. Uh, how is everyone doing? Can everybody hear me okay? I've been walking 15, 20 miles a day campaigning. I figured you were. I figured. Janice says, just found out I'm cancer free. All right. And I got a brand new granddaughter. Her name is Charlie Nicole Grace. Life is good. Congratulations on being cancer free, Janice. And congratulations on the granddaughter. Is that your first one? Trust me, you'll be selling that granddaughter at age 5. Trading her in for a newer model. I think once, you know what? It's because my ears are lopsided. That's why. I keep forgetting that. Thank you all. And nope, number 6. Well, I guess I don't have to tell you. uh, I keep wanting to replace my grandkids. I keep telling them when they turn to 5, that's it. Connie Baldwin, hello. Coda said, you know you don't need a mask, right? We can't catch the COVID through camera. I was wondering if somebody's going to say something about my mask. Well, there's good news. The White House has ended the pandemic. They announced it. That's right, Steelers. The White House has ended the pandemic. There's nothing else to worry about. But then again, as they were releasing that, 1,000 more people died. So I'm confused. The numbers are skyrocketing, but they ended the pandemic. Plus, it's the wrong mask. It needs to be an SF49. San Francisco 49ers. No, it needs to be a Steelers. Well, let's all go and vote for Donald Trump. Yeehaw! Constant state of confusion from this White House. I'm telling you. When I heard him say that the White House has ended the pandemic, and the numbers are going up, I'm like, really? I still have that dashboard. It's going up everywhere. Everywhere. Not only the United States, it's going up. We have over 3,000 new cases here in 24 hours. Yep, it's over. Mad respect from the Steelers back in the day with Terry Bradshaw. No kidding. And the Steel Curtain. That is when the Steelers were awesome. But I am still a major Steelers fan to this day. 52 years old. Yay. Barb Schultz, hello. Don't vote for Donald J. Trump. He's a crooked, narcissistic psychopath. Lynn Swan. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think Lynn Swan got him their third or fourth Super Bowl ring. But you had Mean Joe Green, who wasn't mean at all. I was an Oilers fan, so it was rival time. Franco Harris. You remember that Mean Joe Green commercial with him walking and that little kid comes up and offers him a Coke and he throws the kid the jersey? That was awesome. Yeah, he had to respect him, yeah. Yup. Go San Francisco 49ers. Play ball. Great ad. My cat is sitting here looking for something to get into. He probably is looking for an escape route. Like, oh shit, this lady ain't letting me go. I need to get out. Need to get out. So I'm thinking about going live on election night, y'all. What do you think? You think I should? I don't know why I'm yelling. Maybe because the microphone's all the way over there. Well, the shit can hit the fan all at once because I've already voted. Same here. Doc Furter for hello. Angry Leslie Show. Deanna's like, do it. Connie's like, my husband says I need to be sedated on election night. I always did love an election night. I always did. I'll always watch it. Always watch all the shit months leading up to the election night. Dakota says, oh my god, I'll be in a high in 2 weeks, Les. I'm flying out to Columbus to go see a friend and go on a road trip. I'd love to see you. Really? Connie says, Les, I will tune in. Really, Dakota? Where's your road trip? Where are you going to? Election night, better than Miss America pageant. Is that on the same night? For real? For real? Do they still have Miss America pageant? I don't know. I never watched them. No, it's not, Les. I've never watched Miss Universe. No, I can't say that. I think I've watched Miss Universe and Miss America once each. I can't watch it. My BP goes so high, says Barb Schultz. Connie says I don't watch it either. Connie says I was teasing. I watched it one time because a friend of a classmate of mine, her older sister, Sue Ellen, was Miss High. So, of course, we all watched. So, and it's funny because the sisters look almost exactly alike. For real. I'm like, Penny, are you gonna do that? Doc says, I didn't watch it in 2016 either. I fell asleep and woke up the results later that night. Yeah. What would be your scary movie of choice, guys? Dakota says, we're driving from Columbus to Nashville to New Orleans, damn, to Dallas, to Las Vegas, to Phoenix, to Los Angeles, to Fresno, to San Francisco. Really? That's a hell of a road trip. I don't know, Connie, but I want it to be something good. Dang, Dakota, you going everywhere. Tell me about it. Might watch a monster movie as well. I was thinking about going live night, but I'll be asleep. I'm going to tell you now because I fell asleep last night. And the night before that. Hell, I thought today was Wednesday. I'll be honest with you. Scary movie. News coverage of election. Watch me election night. Lucky Grandma, hello. Hello there, Doc. Do you even want to see me? Yes. That would be great. But I'm not in Columbus. I'm east of Columbus. There's supposed to be a paranormal live stream tonight. Looking forward to that if he shows up. Doc says, LG, do you watch Rich Life? LG, do you watch Rich Life of Road Trips? Who's LG? Oh, Lucky Grandma. Oh, duh. Duh. Drive to Columbus, damn it. Beep, beep. Well, it depends on the day. And if I can drive. I don't get around so good. I don't travel. Hardly. I barely travel to my doctor's appointments. Thank God they've been telehealth, but one of them I have to actually go in now. I don't either, Les. Yeah, until they figure out what's going on with my legs. As far as traveling and getting around. Yeah, I'm about. For me, are you flying in, Dakota? Are you going to fly in? No, but I do travel a lot. Just love Aruba. Aruba, Jamaica. Hell, if he goes 70 east, he will go right by you. Not if he's going to Nashville. I'm flying in, yes. I am literally 30 minutes straight, almost a straight shot from the airport. You come out of the airport, you go to the light, take a left, and you get on 70 east, and take a left onto 70 east, and then head straight on out. Well, who knows? If I have the car that day, maybe Deanna can drive. I know I can't walk it. That would be something. That would be really awesome. Meet you at the airport. Deanna's going, maybe. Maybe my sister. I could come to your house. You could. You can come to my house. I've invited I don't know how many people. Who is going where? I came in late, says Lucky Grandma. You know I will if I can. You, says Deonda. Dakota's actually flying into Columbus in a couple weeks. Before he goes on a whirlwind cross-country detour back home. Liz, how would you react if you were trying to sleep during the night and hear Hazel, come here, at 3 a.m. in your hallway? Nothing. Because I'd be up, or at least I'd be at this kitchen table, sleeping. Or sometimes I wake up. I'm in and out. That's how I would react. I'd be like, she's fine. She's right here with me. I can see the famous house that Les lives in. Oh, yeah. It's not so famous. You're going to see my Christmas tree up. I haven't taken it down yet. Lucky Grandma, are you in Heath? Yes, I am. I'm in Heath. Barbara Schultz, it's infamous. Yeah, right. You probably live a life of glamour and high class. I live the life of peanut butter and jelly budget. She would tell him to shut up, people trying to sleep here. Not me. Look, if I don't hear my grandkids, I'm not going to hear that. Trust me. My cousin came with her, with four of her children and her husband, and I had my granddaughter here, and Cameron was here, and so there was a house full of people here, and I'm asleep in the recliner, and I didn't hear shit until Lacey, she kicked my chair. She's like, "Wake up, we're going to the store." Do you know Chelsea and Allison? No. Deanna's like, she has a nice house. Nah. I don't. Are they YouTubers? Time to sell the toys again to start making a few extra dollars. I've actually started making my incense again, so I got two batches drying right now of the same scent. I got another one coming out tomorrow to start drying. Coda will be catching a ride with Chris of her rich life of road trips. Yeah, Lucky Grandma, does Chelsea and Allison, do they have a YouTube channel? Deonda's like, I want some. I'm making Dragon's Blood, and I got Black Love getting ready to come out tomorrow. And then we've got Baby Powder. You know me, I like to test things, so I'm only making 2 cents right now. So. Oh my god, I definitely want some. Maybe you know her by Burrito. Is she the one that was friends with Joe? Lucky Grandma? Okay. I've spoken to her. I know where she lives. Um, well, I don't know the exact house. I know the little area that she lives in. Um, she told me where, and I was like, holy shit, we're like less than 5 minutes from each other. For real. Probably about 5 minutes. Um, we were supposed to get together, and I invited her on my channel. Um, but I never did get her number or nothing. And she was supposed to contact me. Her incense are amazing, y'all. Yeah, well, yeah, they are actually. We're going to Aruba together this year, hopefully. Oh, awesome. Well, if you see her, tell her I said hello. And she knows what street I live on, too. I did tell her. So, awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Deonda, you can come over and get some. I will. We talk. Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll give you some incense, Deonda. So what else was did I learn this week? Deonda says when. Well, it depends on whether you want black love or you want dragon's blood. They're both great scents. I can get them sold for you. They're not the same price as before. The price on that skyrocketed. And we'll probably end up doing body oils again. Probably. I've decided that if I do it, I'm going to do the 1/3 ounce roll-ons. Make sure to wear a blue power or my security will will tackle your ass into the hard concrete, please. I don't want that to happen. Doc says, what does dragon's blood smell of? I don't know. I can't smell them. That's why it never bothered me to do them. Or candles or anything. Anything with scent, I can't smell it. Dude, I'm like family to her. Ah! You better hope you're more of a friend than family. I treat them better. Are you able to do that? Wear a blue shirt? Yeah. She loved my mom and don't let her fool you. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Hold on. Man, I don't start coughing until I start talking. Yeah, you say you can't smell nothing, but I bet you perk right up when Ma Kane makes her famous cookies. First of all, you keep spelling my name wrong. Take the E off the end. And secondly, I can't smell her cookies. I can't smell. I don't smell skunks. I can't smell. I don't smell gasoline. I can smell ammonia if I open it up and put it up to my nose like this. I can smell ammonia. I can't smell cleaners. I can't smell. Have you ever been tackled by by Mr. Heilman's security? Because if not, you don't want that to happen. One of my agents gets very angry. Also, if you walk up to me too quickly without warning, please. Please. I'm the Les. I ain't walking anywhere. I'm scooting. I don't walk anymore. Hardly. Be honest, she can't smell. Yeah, I'm not joking when I say I can't smell. Now, believe it or not, I can feel like if something's been disinfected when I go into a room, I can feel it. I can feel when you freshly cut grass and there's a light rain. I can feel it. I can't smell it, but I can feel it. You can smell. You can smell stop line. No, I haven't been able to smell since I was like 7. Les don't need no stinking badges. She's a federale. We don't need no stinking badges. She used to burn my nose when she made candles. All the scents, but she was okay. Yeah. And I would have incense drying in my kitchen. I had wire shelving. I'd have like 15 different scents going at the same time. Couldn't smell crap. Dead serious. I'm just kidding. My security won't do that. I'm not worried, Dakota. I'm not worried at all. Alright, what else did I learn this week? Oh, yeah. Tucker Carlson. You look very concerned. I'm not. Yeah, I have total concern on my face. Tucker Carlson. This past week, he came out saying, apparently, he has had some important documents on Hunter Biden, okay? And so it was received somewhere, I guess, on Fox News. Someone nabbed it from his mail, I heard. Well, this is what happened. It was sent to Fox News, and Tucker and going on right here. A celebration lasts throughout the year. Thank you. Yay! What do you want to do when you come see my good-looking ass? None. That was random. Yes. Welcome, welcome. I don't have my normal chat box thing ain't working still, so it didn't show up on this thing here of who it was. But welcome, welcome. Well, anyway, so somebody at Fox News had sent it overnight to Tucker and some other guy in California. They overnighted it. Well, they said they never got it. And so it miraculously disappeared. And then the next day, he comes on TV and he says that it miraculously reappeared. And what had happened was they had sent it UPS overnight. And that someone who, Nicole A, hello. That someone going on right here. A celebration to last throughout the year. Thank you, Dakota. So, someone at UPS opened up this package and did something with it. That they had the code, the tracing code, It was traced to this one facility, UPS facility. They couldn't find it. And finally some bigwig at UPS said, we found it. And that whoever found it, worker, they said there was no cameras. Tucker said they had no cameras. Y'all, I'm going to tell you something. There's cameras everywhere at UPS. Maybe not at every single one. But I know the 2 facilities I've been in, cameras everywhere. Just like the post office. Cameras everywhere. Well, anyway, that some employee found this, it was a flash drive. Found it. And just took it up to the manager's desk and just put it there. And so they said, we found it. And so Tucker's trying to make this big conspiracy thing going on right here. Kingness, hello. Hello. Welcome to the lounge, y'all. So, there's this big conspiracy going on. You know, now, I'm listening to Tucker's story. And now he's saying he's not going to release anything that's on that because he doesn't want, oh, it's Dakota. Hi, Dakota. He's saying that it's, he doesn't want to hurt, Hunter Biden. Claire, hello. And I'm sitting there thinking, all right, let's use our common sense, folks. Because I'm afraid that those that watch Tucker doesn't have any. If you have something that explosive and that important, you're not going to overnight it by UPS. I'm sorry. You're going to use a personal carrier. First of all. Secondly, you have a flash drive, which I have about 5 of them floating around. I have no idea where they're at. All of them's got shit on it. All you gotta do is put in your computer, bring up the files, however many you want, and send it. Why are you overnighting anything by UPS? I'm subscribing all of my accounts as Dakota. Oh my gosh. Donnie says they don't have common sense, just like Rudy Giuliani. He was complaining that no one would air his bombshell story. Why didn't he take it to the FBI? The thing of it is, it's all the same bombshell story. And the reason why it's not getting airtime is because even Fox News, who we all know is a total White House dedicated show, they can do no wrong, this and that. Even Fox News has been investigating this crap, other than Tucker. And they've all said there's nothing there. No one would air that. I am really worried, and they're wanting to get rid of mainstream media. Well, I hope they don't, because these people on cable, they think people are, and well, they don't have to think it. There are people out there who are stupid enough to believe that bullshit. I mean, the FBI is able to forensically trace laptops in minutes. Seems like that would be the first place he would go, which makes it suspect to me. The FBI was able to verify it belonged to Hunter. The thing of it is, they said that Hunter dropped it off himself to this guy, and this guy swears, he's like, I saw him, I'm this and that. The guy is blind. Hunter, they found out Hunter was in California. Another thing, because I've been doing a little bit of checking. When Hunter was engaged in whatever he was engaged with the Chinese, Biden was already out of office by 2 years. And he had nothing to do with anything. He had no backing of the government. None. It's not going off. It's not going off this time. No, it's not. Aww. There's nothing there. Now, there is one part that I have to do some checking on that has to do with something has to do with women. And that, I'm like, Did you turn it on? No, that's automatically on. So I'm not sure. Whatever his deal is with the women, I gotta double check that. But my thing is, my parents aren't responsible for my actions. Just like I'm not responsible for my parents' actions. Why would his dad be responsible for his actions? You know? I saw some texts that allegedly belonged to Hunter. They did seem a bit off. Have you heard anything about those? I gotta look more into that part. Anything coming off Fox News is the same as saying that Bigfoot is real. Bigfoot is real. He is. He used to live in my home. I used to trip over his 12 size 13 boot shoes and boots all the freaking time. If you want to get rid of mainstream media, move to a country where they only have one news source. Yeah, and it's edited. Bigfoot is real, folks. Cameron's got big feet and he's hairy. Thank God he doesn't have hair on his back. like North Korea. You know, I could not live in any other country than the United States and watch TV. Watching TV in other countries is so much different than ours, you guys. So much different. Oh my God. Go to, hey, it's me again. Hello. Honey, we pretty much do only have one news source. They're all owned by the same people no matter the station. I don't think so. LOL on Bigfoot. It's me again, Margaret. Now, but I hope they don't get rid of mainstream media. I hope they don't get rid of any type of news source. I hope they don't bring it down to one, because if you lose that, you lose your democracy. You really do. So, plus it gives me something to look at and bitch about to myself. Oh, because me and Mama Kane had a talk the other day. I get this, you guys. I called her. It was about 12:15. I've already voted. Nothing is going to change my mind anyway. Joe Biden is not half as corrupt as Dumbo Donnie, and the only one going to jail would be Dumbo Donnie, and it won't be because of Democrats. It will be district attorney in New York City. Doc says, I'll pull up some links later. They're all owned by a few corporations / people. MSN cannot be trusted. Well, we know that. No way they can get rid of mainstream media unless the Great Orange Pumpkin becomes king. Cy Vance, who has been after him for a long time. Just do your fact checking. Yeah, I watched the news. Well, I don't watch. I haven't watched mainstream news in a while. To tell you the truth. But when I do watch it, I watch it for a reason, and that's just to laugh. Hello, Dakota. Dog says independent podcasts / shows online are more reliable. They don't have an agenda. Some do. Come on now. Nikki Rev ASMR. Hello. News is depressing. Yeah. I've been depressed since COVID. I went through a major depression. It's not just. It wasn't just the COVID. It's everything. So, Barbara Schultz says for real. Dakota says Les equals Republican. Nikki says hi Les. Dakota, you just wish you knew me so well. It's less common in them. Besides, you'd be able to tell if they had an agenda or not. Every single one I've seen has an agenda. Nikki Rev says, yeah, everything. It's everything. The hate. Oh my God. And then, I love my mother, but, oh yeah, I was going to say, the other day I called her, 12:15. That was about 2 days ago. And I'm on the phone with her, and she says, oh, your dad brought me up some tea. And I heard Dad, and I told Mom, I said, hi, Dad. Mom says, hi, Dad. Dad says, hi, honey. And Mom says, you don't even know which daughter this is. He says, yeah, I do. It's Cheryl. Mom says, no, it's Les. And without missing a beat, my dad says, Les? What the hell's she doing up this time of day? Oh, God. I don't support our wannabe dictator. That's why they make podcasts, agenda preaching. And Connie says, and I have Lemming supporters tell me that the virus is a hoax. That we have the best record in the world. No, we don't. Blah blah blah. No, the truth is that we have the worst record. Yeah, we do. Most infected. Me either, Dakota. He says, I bet they are happy that you are feeling better. Yeah, well, I always did call my mom. Well, anyway, I called her about something else, and she got onto politics. I said, Mom, why do you go there? You know we're going to end up arguing. For some reason, she swears up and down I'm a Trump fan. I said, no, I'm not. My mom is Trump, 100%. She's already voted. Honey, we're doing a lot better than most places. Even in France, where their mask mandate is law, their cases are skyrocketing. I said, I bet even. No, we're not, Doc. Our cases are skyrocketing. Yes, they are. I have the dashboard. Our cases are skyrocketing. That's why I was wearing a mask when I first came on. I just wanted to see if anybody'd say something. So anyway, I'm on the phone with my mom for 5 hours. Almost. 4.5. We got off the phone at 4:45. I was like, I gotta go to bed. She done gave me a headache. I try to be really respectful to my mom. But she thought I was, I don't know why. I said, Mom, we argued 4 years ago. We argue now. So but she also thinks I'm a huge Biden fan, which I'm not a huge Biden fan. So I really did. I wrote in my candidate for president. I don't believe they are to the extent they are being portrayed to be. The CDC said 3% of the 200,000 something number are actually COVID related. Then you have the false positives and false negatives. Well, you know what? You tell my two of my family members that just passed away last week. You tell them it's not as bad. You tell two of my friends that died over the summer alone in a hospital that it's not bad. You tell my family members who contracted COVID and was in the hospital, it's not bad. That's just my little world. Fran just had a friend die with it. Definitely skyrocketing. Some cities in Connecticut are going back to phase 2. The testing is still very much in its infancy for America. It's not reliable. Exactly. Yep, all the naysayers need to go volunteered in a COVID ward. China brought COVID here on purpose. Just saying, says Nikki. Well, it's not just here. It's around the whole entire world. The whole entire world. But if you guys remember, Megan, she was living in China. And you remember back in January when she was talking about it? How they locked China down? And then they had a very small window they can get out of China if you had the money. And she got her husband and her kid out of China. She went back to South Africa. Remember Megan? Megan Blogs, I think it's her channel. Remember when she was in here talking about that? Now, if they were doing that in China in January, you knew that shit was going around the world. Matter of fact, we had someone else in the White House, we most likely would not have had a pandemic. That's a straw man argument, not saying it isn't real or discrediting death. I'm saying that the testing is not reliable and mainstream organizations are admitting their numbers aren't so accurate. I agree. I agree with that one. You know, we just happen to be lucky here in the high. We've got great testing. You know. Dakota, I'm not even seeing what you're writing. I'm not trying to ignore you. I'm not seeing what you're writing. Thanks for not liking my stickers. They're not showing up. The stickers aren't showing up for me anyway. I don't have the normal panel up. I can't see extra things on my thing. Nikki says it's just sad. Yeah. Um having littles during this. Chatting with a nurse in a COVID ward the other day, she said a lot of deaths are not from COVID, but COVID was a contributing factor. See, and that's just it. If you have an underlying health problem, and you contract COVID, I call kids littles. Oh, okay. You know, like me, it will kill me. Connie, we wouldn't have as many masks or therapies as we do if not for our current administration. Hey, Dakota, don't tell her to shut up. Connie has every right to speak. Stop, Dakota. You call kids littles. I call them brats. Yeah, no need to be rude. And I agree with half of what Connie says. I mean, you know, but there's no need to be rude. Shit, she's on your side, Dakota. Yeah. Nikki's like, that works. I'm so depressed. I haven't seen my brats in 3 weeks. Not in person, anyway. FaceTime just isn't the same. I want to be able to hold them. I'm dead serious. I miss them so much. I want to hold them. They don't, you know, it's amazing. They don't bother me a bit. I'm so glad that you are feeling better, Les. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. But you know, those kids can be running the house screaming and hollering. I don't hear them. They like to run up and down our hallway and have races and stuff. I don't hear it. If I'm back in the bedroom, I don't hear it. They come in the bedroom, they'll sit there and turn TV on, watch TV and stuff. I'm just let them. I'll wake up and say, "Okay, baby." I don't see why you say that. They have been pushing mass production therapies and hurrying a vaccine. What else could they be doing? Mandates are up to local level authorities. Yeah, that is the problem. Everything is left to each individual state. And if your state is Republican run, you get to be the first in line. And if they are Democrat and don't speak nicely to the leader, they are out of luck. These Democratic states need to do what we're doing. Make your own shit. There's a mask company, and they're hiring still. About 10 minutes from my house. They make masks. You know, my state was making a lot of our own shit. He had said this with his own mouth. I remember him saying that, Connie. I remember him saying that. But it'll be so nice to finally have an adult in the White House. Doc says, well, they've already said they want nothing to do with the president and consistently claim he is inept. Why would they want his help? Oh my god. Let's all drink. Dose antidote. Choose your own chemical. Windex. Because the unfit is beneath the office which he holds. You know what? Who knows, you guys? I mean, we may. I'm worried. We may have him for another 4 years. We may, and if that's the case, my insurance is screwed. I'm scared to death because of my healthcare and shit. You know, pre-existing conditions and shit. I can't afford my insulin. I will not be able to afford it. I get 3 bottles of each kind. I can't afford that. I don't have an extra $1,000 a month. I really don't. I'm scared to death. If he's so bad and can't do anything right, then they have no right to complain about not receiving help that they don't want. The thing of it is, Doc, that it's not a White House thing. It's a federal thing. Federal's for all states. All of the states. It's not a White House thing. And there's a difference. All I wanted from him is money to clean up riots and destruction that they allowed to happen. That's because people are afraid. Come on now. I think that the riots and destruction are coming from the right-wing nut jobs. Wasn't it a moving to Canada? If that happens, we females will end up living in the 1800s, no control of our own bodies. Thank you. That's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to tell Mom, because she was talking about Pence. I said, I sure as hell don't want Pence in there. He's worse than Trump. I said, us women won't even have the right to vote if they keep going. And I said, they're taking all of our women's rights away from us. Mom's like, I haven't heard that. I said, Mom, they're in court right now trying to overturn Roe versus Wade. And with that chick they just put in there, they might succeed. I don't want, like with the issue of abortion, I don't believe in abortion or birth control. I know I have classmates. When they were 18 years old, they had an abortion. And to this day, it affects them. I do not condone abortion. The Supreme Court judges are there for life. I know. And to me, that should be stopped. I'm sorry. They should have a term just like everyone else. For real. But I do not believe in birth control for birth. I do not believe in abortion for birth control. But if the health of the fetus, the mother, product of incest, rape, which incest would be, yeah. Why put the woman through that? Why? So to me, Roe versus Wade is very important for the women's issues. Not to mention all of our other issues, such as equality, such as the right to vote. I mean, Barbara's right, they'll send us back to the 1800s. All women should have the right to choose. Exactly. And Kamala Harris asked what's his face. I'm looking right at the guy. Can't think of his name. Oh God, what is his name? Well, anyway, she flat out asked him. She said he was up for something, and she said, are there any laws that govern what men can do? Or are there any laws that tell men or govern men what they can and can't do with their bodies? He said, I'm not understanding the question. She said, are there laws that tell men what they can and cannot do with their bodies? He sat there, and he was like, well, I can't think of any right now, but I'd have to go look. There are none. There are none that govern what a man can do to his body, what choices he can make. But a woman, we're not allowed. It's bad enough that a woman who was 26 years old goes in and say, I want my tubes tied. And the doctors are like, nah, they try to talk you out of it. You're still young. I don't want to have kids. I don't like them. I don't know. Now, when a man goes in to get snipped, you don't hear a doctor going, well, I don't know, you may want to have kids. Bullshit. There's no laws that govern a man's body, but there sure as the hell are about women. Now you watch. There's going to come time where we won't even be allowed to get our tubes tied, which right now they discourage it. So yeah, I think women's issues I truly think is a big. Now, of course, I'm beyond childbearing years. I'm 52. I guess I could if I really, really, really wanted to. I can't have kids anyway. Never could. So I never needed to tie my tubes or anything like that. But somebody like my sister who can walk past a man's coat and get pregnant, she should have that right. Doc, Connie, enough. Really. So I think the women's issue is an important issue. You know, and you have to look. It's like I told Mom. Um, it's what issues is important to you, and I encourage people to vote on the issues and who stands up for the issues that is important to them. Yeah, good day, Connie. Thanks for coming in. Man. Everybody done left. Neither could I. I had to suffer years before they finally let me get a partial hysterectomy. Really? See, that's another thing. You know, there's a lot of women's personal issues that that are important to me. And not because it affects me personally, but I can put myself in another woman's place. You know? My sister, she can't get pregnant now because she's had a hysterectomy, but you know, it's you have to look at that. And just like I told Mom, I voted on issues that I believe in. Yeah, I have 2 kids, and at 21, I wanted my tubes tied. They wouldn't. See, that's ridiculous. That really is ridiculous. Now, my mom, I remember when she got her tubes tied. I think I was 5, 4, 5. I remember her being on the couch and she had to go to the hospital. And later on, mom told me that's when she had her tubes tied. You know, she was, let's see, 22. She had me and Cheryl, but she had to have them tied because she would not have made it through another pregnancy. And they almost lost my sister, and they lost 2 before me. So, you know, doc said, no more. And that was a rarity back then. I guess mom and dad were thinking about having another kid, and I'm like, I wish you would have had a baby brother. But yeah, you know, um, that's ridiculous. You're already having kids, and I'm like, you should have that choice of how many kids you want. I was never able to have kids, but that was the reason I was given childbearing years. Granted, the technology to discover that was not available until I was in my 30s. Yeah, I couldn't have kids either. But, um, so there are um pressing things, and men just who make the laws just think, oh well, these women, I'm pro-choice too, but there are always exceptions to the rule. Always. So, you know, but I do encourage everybody when they vote to vote for issues that they are passionate about, and who has the better record of standing up for what you're passionate about for real. But I'll be honest with you, I agree with Barb. They get in there, we're not going to have any rights as women, you know. But I was physically sick every month. I had hemorrhages from time to time. That did not matter. God, they just let women suffer. They Men don't care. We're just same as always. We're just things. We're just things to them. That's all we are. You know. I believe a man. Um, Sorry you couldn't have kids. Glad you have your grandkids. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I got over that a long time ago. I used to cry about it. I wanted 2 kids, but wasn't in the cards. This is an election of vice presidents. As for presidents, is Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, yeah. I literally wrote Kamala Harris in for president. Sat right here at my kitchen table, filled out the thing, got my pen right there, and I literally wrote her in as president. That's my choice for president. uh, Not to mention, she makes a tuna fish sandwich just like my mom. She don't just open up a can, dump it in there, and put it on a piece of bread. No. Doc said, yep, most people don't realize that Mike Pence goes harder than Trump. That's what got me about their whole impeachment campaign. Barbara said it killed me when she dropped out of the presidential race. Yeah. Not to mention, I just like it when she tells the men to, I'm talking. I'm talking. And then smiles. I'm talking. And she's got rhythm when she dances. I think Tulsi Gabbard would have made a fine candidate. It's a shame she didn't stay in. For some reason, I didn't like her. I don't know why. I didn't. But I did, believe it or not, I know people are not going to like this, but I did like Elizabeth Warren. I did. Oh. On some things, she was a blooming idiot. On other things, she wasn't. But you gotta give her kudos for gusto. She is super as well, says Barbara. Yeah, I liked Elizabeth Warren. But wasn't in the cards. I was hoping Hillary would throw her hat in again. And this is the reason why. We need someone who isn't old and decrepit. Yeah. We got a 74 and a 78-year-old battling it out. Now, that would be funny in a nursing home. For real. Can you imagine those two at a nursing home? That would have been hilarious. But I wish Hillary would have ran again. And this is my reasoning for it. It's because when Bill Clinton was in office, and you know she was co-president back then, I lived really good. Everybody I knew lived good. And he left office with a surplus of money. The only president to ever do so. And then Bush fucked it up. But I would vote for Hillary because I want to live that good again. And I want her to leave office with extra money again. Amen, says Barbara. Doc says, nothing will ever convince me to trust Hillary, not unless I want to end up committed suicide in a park with 3 shots in the back of the head. Doc, because you're too, when were you born? You weren't even born when Bill was in office. We lived good. PJ, hello. Hashtag Les 2020 is signed and sealed. Oh, Doc, I could arrange that. Bill is first lady. Yeah. But there's nobody that has ever came to me. And in comes PJ, says Deonda. No, there's nobody who has said to me, you're wrong. Even my parents, who my mom loves Trump because they have money. We're in a whole different tax bracket than me. Trust me. They have money. They have investments. Their total worth, they're worth a lot of money. I will never ever see it, but hey, it's all given to Cameron. But they're worth a lot of money, and they like having it. They live very, 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 very well. If they did away with Obamacare, it ain't going to affect them. Not one bit. So, They lived well. My mom couldn't even complain about the Clinton years. I want that back. So yeah, I would vote for Hillary. And Doc, if you don't think that every one of these politicians are as crooked as shit, then you've got an issue. Les for 20 would be one hell of an administration. Get rid of the E off my name. Kane Furtiver. Yep. I told my mom, I said, you know what? I had to get my happy ass, get my little scooter chair, put a bunch of flags on it and shit, and start running for the next term. I had to get into politics. Start off with local, then go straight to the Senate. No, I think I'd be governor. And then president. Dead serious. I really ought to get into politics. Because enough is enough with this bullshit of everything that's going on. Well, I do know that my family didn't live well under Obama. We did. My mom and I are both uninsured for a very, very long time. Obama fixed that. Well, I hate to tell you, but they're trying to get rid of Obamacare and you'll be uninsured again. Barbara said, oh geez, they all owe their election to some corporation. Look hard enough and they all have dirt that can be found. Exactly. PJ Gunn says, you should, Les. I've been hashtagging you for years. I'm serious. All my shit's out there. There's nothing they can find. They'll say, have you ever drank? Yeah, I'm a recovering alcoholic. Have you ever did drugs? Yeah, I smoked dope. Used to. Have you ever kidnapped any children and tried to sell them? No. Well, wait a minute. I tried to sell my grandkids. Does that count? I have no takers. I can't even give them little turds away. They baby kids. And you know I say that, but yeah, if you see them, they, you know, when they're here and I'm live, they just, whatever, Grandma. They don't care. We made just enough not to qualify for Obamacare, but not enough to afford the privatized stuff. I feel as though it's never in the middle with either Democrat or Republican politician. And you see, to me, that's bullshit. You want to know what ruined insurance? Is when the original George Bush closed off the borders. When he did that, that threw healthcare into a whirl. I'd open them back up. You can get insurance from wherever. I'd open up the borders again. And I'd be like, look, say I don't need no lobbyists because I'm used to being poor. And my thing is, when it comes to healthcare, you offer decent prices that people can afford. Or I'll put you out of business. And that's all there is to it. Greggy Huffman, hello, my future ex-husband. Ended up getting VA healthcare under my dad. There is no reason why anybody in this country should go medically uninsured. And then I would tell these doctors, because believe it or not, there is starting to be a shortage of doctors. Because they're Medicare, Medicaid, like the red, white, and blue card, and government is county assistance, and this and that. They're not paying them. And I'm like, you guys need to step it up and pay the doctors. Pay the damn doctors. And spend the money for preventative care. You spend the money for preventative care, a lot of things would be different. And I'd be like, get her done. There is no reason for this shit to be like this. None. And this threatening every year to shut the government down, you guys only work, 90 days a year to begin with? No. You guys are going to stay in that office and pass a freaking budget. I don't care. I will have turkey come flying in for you for dinner for the holidays. Grace says, we need you in the White House. No joke. Oh, thank you. I'm serious. I'm serious, though. Dead serious. And I would tell these companies, instead of saying I'm bringing business back, I ain't seen but one company come back from China or wherever. And I would tell these companies, I'm not kidding you. You've got 1 year to get your asses back here if you want to still have a company that deals in the United States. If you don't, then I will tax the hell out of you, and I will invest in American people to keep the jobs in the United States. Enough is enough. You pay American worker to make American products and have pride in what you make, like it used to be. Take pride. Bring your asses back, or I'm going to invest in Americans and will take over your company. Now that's bullshit. I would invest money in my own people and not these corporations that want to go overseas. Dead serious. Just like we have a company here, and Deonda knows it, Animatic. Animatic is the only company in the United States that does electroplating coloring for all the perfume bottles, all the perfume sprays that you ever want. All of them caps, they do it here. I worked there. They are the only company in the United States. They've expanded to 2 factories now. They've threatened to go to China for 15 years. They have yet to move. They've threatened, but they have yet to move. Doc, forgot to run, Les, but it was great catching you live. Thank you, Doc, for coming in. You have a good night or a good day. Thank you. Now, that company, between the 2 plants, employs a lot of people. They have yet to move. Now, if I was president, and they moved, I'd be like, okay, who wants to take their spot? Dead serious. Invest in your people. We have got so many talented people, whether it be artists, whether it be artists of all kinds, like music, dance, We've got actual paintings. Even I've seen some graffiti that were out of this world. Why not use their talents to beautify your cities? That's why we need you in there, Les. Says Greggy. PJ, I can actually visualize the 2 a.m. phone call with Les's Prez. She doesn't sleep. That's right. Why not use their talent instead of arresting them? Why are you trying to clean that shit up? They made that crappy ass cement wall beautiful. They don't seem to have a problem keeping people either. Yeah. Animatic. Invest in your own people. Utilize their talents. One thing that we have found out during this COVID, we don't need actors. We don't need actors. We don't need half the television shows that are on TV. Barbara said, my city hired graffiti artists to paint fireboxes here. Beautiful work. Exactly. Do you remember? Excuse me. You remember back in the 70s? These artists would go and paint fire hydrants. Gorgeous. They would go and paint the fire hydrants. Instead of this, what's in my front yard, ugly ass yellow thing, paint it. I remember one year when I was little. I'm talking, I was younger than 7. And these guys in my neighborhood, when we lived in Newark, yeah, Les, they did that here. These 2 guys, they went and painted all the fire hydrants in my neighborhood, because we lived in Newark at the time. And there must have been like 7 fire hydrants. It was all for 1976. 200 year bicentennial. They did them all red, white, and blue and stars. You know, it was all American, you know. One was across the street from us, where we lived. We had a corner lot house. And yeah, that was back in the 70s. Oh my God. The artwork they did. And then, in our neighborhood, they had the street cleaners going all the time. Had street cleaners. They had them street cleaners going all the time. And on the curbs, they would write, even though everybody had the addresses on their house, but they would actually do it on the curbs, and they would do artwork with it. Invest in your own people. Beautify your city. And another thing I would do, if you're on welfare, and all you do is sit home, and I'm not talking like those that are like me, who are disabled, who are on Social Security, this and that. I'm talking about if you got school-age kids and you on welfare, your kids are in school, you don't want to work, you're going to go to work. You're going to work for your city that you live in. And you're going to pick up trash. You're going to help keep the city clean. You're going to do what you need to do to help your city stay pretty and clean. You're going to earn something. If you're getting free bucks, you're going to earn something. Now here in Ohio, you're only allowed to get welfare. Well, you can get food stamps is a lifetime thing, I think. Medical card is a lifetime thing, I think. But like if you get ADC, it's here in Ohio, it's called, or in Licking County, it's called ADC, AIDS for Dependent Children. If you get money from your county, your state, you're going to work instead of sitting at home. And that's all there is to it. We got you for 3 years. Okay, Greg, hurry up. Hurry back. I got you for 3 years. You're going to help keep this city clean. Dead serious. And you're going to take drug tests. Yup. You're going to take drug tests. But I would invest in the people, either in my state or my country. I would invest, encourage them. I would encourage small business. It takes a small business to keep a town going. I would encourage that. I would invest in that. I would invest in education. We had a family friend who had cerebral palsy. He worked as a trash man, loved it, and was proud to be a trash man. Awesome. Awesome. But that's what people in welfare would be doing. And like I said, here in Ohio, you can only get cash money, welfare money for 3 years. That's a lifetime maximum. 3 years. So you've got 36 months, a lifetime. Welcome back, Greg. And I would make people who are receiving government assistance take drug tests. I really would. And I don't know about where you guys are at, but like here, here in Ohio, there's jobs everywhere. If you're not working, these people are like, I can't find jobs, can't find jobs. There are jobs everywhere. It may not be something that you want to do. It may not be something that you like to do. But until you find that position where you want and like, you can work. You could definitely work. And I would say you got 6 months to start working. I don't care what it is. But you've got 6 months to get a paycheck. At least part-time, something. And nobody said life was easy. I wish they would teach that in school. Life is not easy. You gotta work and earn. Everything can't be handed to you. You're not entitled to a mansion unless you work for it. But one thing I think that people are entitled to is an education. A proper education. Get rid of this core math and core English or core whatever. This new way of doing everything. You will not learn to read if somebody just holds up a flashcard and says, repeat after me, and you have to do it 500 times. I'd get rid of that bullshit and bring phonics right back into the school system. It's the same here. There's jobs, but they don't want to. I'd be looking at the jobs things. I was like, well, I'd be going to an unemployment office. I'll be like, okay, you know what's hiring. You're going to get a list. All these companies have to call you. And then you send these people out. There's jobs everywhere. My God, there's jobs starting at $11, $12, $13, $14 an hour here. Hell, Amazon starts you out at 12 something. Thing of it is, you gotta work. Trust me, if I could go to work, I would be working. They don't even teach cursive anymore. I would bring that shit back. Who the hell ever heard of that? They've been writing in cursive since before Civil War. Kids don't even know what cursive is. I learned cursive in 2nd grade. And my mom, you know, I remember, came home from school, come through the front door, her and the neighbor lady, who is my godmother, Lucky, her name's Lucy, but everybody called her Lucky, Lucinda. Everybody called her Lucky. Me and her daughter are still friends on Facebook even today. I remember coming in and saying, Mom, I learned how to write cursive. Mom's like, what? I said, we wrote cursive today. She thought I was talking about swear words. She's like, what are they teaching you? So I showed her my work. Mom said, we just call that handwriting. We used to do that in school. Exactly. I'd bring that shit right back. Get rid of this shit they're doing. Bring freaking phonics back. You learn phonics, you can read anything. And I tell you what, when my boys went to school, and my cousin Jacob, I taught him how to read using phonics. This repeating bullshit, Jacob was so proud of himself. I had a Newsweek magazine. And he was so proud of himself, he read everything on the cover. He's like, ma'am, that's what he called my grandma. It was his grandma. There's just that many years between me and the next generation of kids. There's 25 years difference between me and them. Well, anyway, 20 between me and Lacey. And then I think there's 25 between me and Jacob and Alexis. Well, anyway, he's like, ma'am. He says, I can read. And so he brought that out, and Grandma was proud of him. I was proud of him. I taught him phonics, and I taught the boys phonics. Instead of this repeating bullshit. And I was like, oh, no. They were going to hold Ian back because he couldn't read. I was like, my boy can read. So I asked Ian. I said, how are they teaching you? Just hold up a card. No, you're going to learn how to read. Not only was he reading his 3-letter words, he was reading 4- and 5-letter words. I taught him in 2 days. He was reading 3-letter words in 1 day, and in 2 days he was reading up to 5-letter words. Bring phonics back. Bring regular, good old-fashioned math back. I'm not saying they have to learn trig or calculus, because I took that shit. And it was boring. I'm like, my calculator does the work. And so I was bored. But bring good old-fashioned math back. Bring basics back. And don't mess with history. History is history. You may not like everything in our history, but it's our history. You can't change history because you don't like it. You can't omit it. Holding up a card, not going to help at all. No. There's so much. There's a whole lot to think about. You know? The government is responsible for infrastructure. Then they need to get to it. My granddaughter is in high school and her spelling can be atrocious. I'm an English major and constantly correct her spelling. Man, she hates that. Yeah, they don't know. They don't even know how to read. They don't know how to spell. PJ, please take care. Gotta go to the store. Arts. I don't know what that other, because it's so small. To all. PJ, thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great day. Yeah, kids don't even know how to spell right anymore. And they've changed the rules on things. I'm like, that, like when I was young, the word a lot was all A-L-O-T, not A space L-O-T. When did that change? I heard Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't think they pray in school anymore. I can't believe that. They depend on computers to correct their spelling. I wouldn't let them have computers. Well, I would, but you know, they're going to learn. They need to learn. Um, Gwyneth Paltrow was on oh, what's that guy's name that took over for Jay Leno, and then Jay Leno came back? Conan O'Brien. He was, and you guys know Conan O'Brien. He went to Harvard, and I think English was one of his majors or something like that. Well, anyway, he was a writer to begin with. He wrote for SNL and things like that. Well, anyway, he used the word pled. Like they were talking about something and he said, you know, they pled guilty, and Gwyneth corrected him and she said, it's pleaded. There is no, this is Gwyneth Paltrow, there is no such word as pled. You went to Harvard, Conan, you should know better. He brought out a dictionary. Pled. Past tense of plead. You know, since when did you have to say pleaded instead of pled? I hate that. I really do. I hate that. And I'm glad that Conan got Gwyneth Paltrow like that, because I don't like Gwyneth Paltrow at all. So out of touch with reality. For real. You know. Um there's just a lot. Since when does Gwen think she has working brain cells? I know. I don't like her either, Greg. She is way out of touch with reality. She really, truly is. That's probably why Chris left her. He's like, I'm gonna go party down at the pub with the boys. I mean, the English nowadays, I'm like, they're changing words. Why are they changing words? I'm like, this isn't how it was spelt when I was a kid. I just noticed things like that. I'm like, wait a minute. I know I've spelt this right all my life. You know? But I also realize nowadays, kids do use the computers. Good God. Zach is my youngest. He's 4 years old. He knows how to use a freaking tablet. I don't. Nina, she's in her own little world, and good God, she knew how to do one of those Apple watches that, you know, has the phone thing or whatever. I don't know. One of them, you know, she knew how to do that. Greg says, we hillbillies talk hillbilly. She was playing with Cameron's Apple Watch. She was sitting on Cameron's lap, and she brought up Cameron's pictures. He's like, how'd you do that? She was 5. Yeah, she was 5 or 6. You know, and I understand that. I really do. But they also need to know the basics. You know, it's important. I I mean, these kids are with their technology, it's like it's ingrained in them now. But they still need to learn the basics. They need to use their mind. They really do. And these teachers have got to stop failing people for. I hate it when they wrote for on a test opinion. You know, you write your opinion and then you're graded on it. How's my opinion wrong? It's my opinion. How's it wrong? Education system sucks. It really does. What happened to the shortest distance between two spots is a straight line? Back in the 1600s, everyone spelled words differently. That is why they created the dictionary. Mm-hmm. Yep. And now they're messing with the dictionary. I don't know. I really don't know. But I would invest in my people if I was president. Or even a governor. I would invest in my people. And I would make people take responsibility for their own actions instead of trying to blame everyone else for it. You know? We all make bad decisions. We all make good decisions. But we all make bad decisions. And that doesn't mean we're bad people. That's a oops moment. Let's see if we can fix it. I was always taught, and this is what I told my employees, there is nothing you can do that we can't fix. I was always taught that. And that's exactly what I told my employees. You know, they were scared to death, and I'm like, look, relax. There's nothing you can do that we can't fix. I didn't get mad at them. I was just like, all right, if they made a mistake, okay, we're just, you know, just gonna have to redo it. Yeah, that's all there is to it. No sense in getting mad. I miss the days, says Greggy, when we were kids. We stayed outside riding bikes, all that good stuff. Oh yeah. Stayed out. We used to stay out at night, and we would order pizza and look at the stars. Just lay there on the blanket, look at the stars, get the binoculars, look inside the boys' window. And, you know, we would play games. You know, it'd be dark outside. You know, usually when it got dark is when at night is when we would order a pizza, and you know, we pretty much stayed in our yards, which, you know, either they congregated at my house or right next door. You know, and just sit there, and especially on Friday nights after the football game, Saturday nights. Yeah. Oh gosh. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I think I've talked long enough. My 3-year-old great nephew invented a word the other day. My niece was reviewing the names of parts of the body. He identified the elbow, and she pointed to her knee, and he said Nebo. Oh, that is so cute. Elbow, Nebo. Oh, that is so cute. Isn't that, that is great. I'm going to use that. Nebo. Of course, I would tell Isaiah that. And he'd probably say, no, Grandma, that's your knee. This is your elbow. He's so serious. Oh my gosh. Love you, Les. Bye, everybody. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I need to get some sleep. As you can tell, I'm rambling on. So I will be back. I didn't realize it was Friday. I really thought it was like Wednesday. For real. So I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you to everyone for participating. I appreciate it. And I'll see everybody later. Hope everybody has a great day and a great night. We'll talk later.